Yeah, I guess that's the most recent video from Geology Hub. It's an interesting channel. Go over and put some thumbs up. This is an update about Mount St. Helens volcano, which is a cryptodome. And there's another cryptodome, at least one in Germany. And he's now explaining about magma chambers and also water. And let's just have a quick listen to what he's explaining.
Mount St. Helens and the Indian Heaven volcanic field to the southeast share a massive underlying magma chamber which is located at a depth of between 8 and 25 miles in the crust. Underlying each volcano is a secondary smaller magma chamber which in the case of Mount St. Helens is located at a depth of 2.5 to 8 miles. Overlying this is a third small magma chamber at a depth of 2 miles which is essentially a portable storage unit for molten rock when eruptions occur. The earthquakes which have occurred in the last month have originated in or above the middle magma chamber, which makes perfect sense given that it is slowly refilling. These earthquakes are directly caused by heated water, gas, or magma intruding into the crust, which expand due to the heat, cause pressure to build, and trigger the movement of a fault. The vast majority of volcanic earthquakes in this case are hydrothermal earthquakes which occur above the magma chamber as groundwater is heated by underlying rock.
Okay. So now let's hop over quickly to volcano application. So this is Europe, Central Europe, and now it's probably easier to see. Maybe we have to go a bit closer still. So let's call this still Middle Europe, even though it's at the Mediterranean. This is also Mediterranean region, but here, volcano, 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 volcano. At least those known ones. And we have Quakes. Again, Albstadt, which is really interesting, 8 kilometers in depth. Zero kilometers in depth. Yeah, the French won't tell us how deep they are. Here, 2 kilometers in depth. And here we have Vakitalersee. 0 kilometer in depth. 3 kilometers in depth. Okay. So now, obviously, there is quite something going on. It's not that wild yet. But this region, earthquakes, volcanoes, geothermal activity. Let me show you a map about geothermal activity of Europe. Yeah, non-conus US military installation and geothermal features of Europe. Temperature for Europe at 5 kilometers depth, which is not really deep. It's actually really shallow. And we have quite much red. If it's almost black, it's more than 240 degrees in heat. I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit. But anyway, yeah, you don't see this color. Really hot, really hot, really hot. And also many of those red areas all associated with volcanoes. So, geothermal activity is 100% volcanic in nature. So if you have thermal activity, it is volcanic activity. If you have quakes in areas where you have thermal activity, it is volcanic. It is, how to put it? Like in the video before, they make this differentiation all the time. No, these quakes aren't related to the volcano. It's just water going into the rock, and it's all related. You cannot just take out the water of the whole system because we have a layer with water. There's like so much water in our crust beneath our feet. So to me, it doesn't make any sense to make a differentiation between geothermal earthquakes or magma intrusion earthquakes. Of course, if magma is rising from underneath, it heats the water on top of it. And it might also push the water out of the volcano. There's so many different kinds of lavas which come out of volcanoes. Some are really viscous, some are really not viscous. If you watch, for example, Fuego Volcano, it's like solid stuff coming out there, it's just glowing. And then we have lahars everywhere on the world. And lahars are like this basically hot water coming from a volcano, and then they can create floods. They might be warm or hot, they might be poisonous, and they might be really strong. So we probably really have to take into consideration that we have volcanoes which spill out water and watery kind of sediment things, rhyolithic lava and this kind of silica rich. That's why there is not too much metal mining going on in the Alps and in Switzerland, for example, which is between the Alps and the Jurassic mountain range, which is limestone. The Alps are granite. And in between, there is like this more flat area where we have many rivers and lakes and stuff, and it's more or less flat. There you can dig for salt and all kinds of minerals and stuff, but you won't find too much metal deposits anywhere there. If you go more north to Germany, you will find metal. With this being said, since we have lava, which really doesn't include this kind of ferrous materials, because they don't like water, but still there is this kind of geothermal activity, geysers and thermal springs and all this kind of stuff. I really just try to raise the awareness of the people that don't be surprised if there's like stuff pouring out of a volcano which might doesn't really look like lava as you're used to from TV in Hawaii, red lava just flowing out, or La Palma. It might be something else. When I mean lava, it means that it's probably hot or warm at least, and as it cools down or like settles down, it will be hard as rock. That's why we have those white rivers. There was probably this just water pouring out somewhere of a mountain, like a huge amount of water with this whitish sedimentary stuff in it, silica rich. The white rivers, cryptodomes, geothermal activity, vulcanism, water. It's all related, all related. So I really not really waiting for it, but I really wouldn't be surprised if we would get some news in some time from some parts of Europe that there had to be some geothermal facility got shut down because the fluctuation in the water, there were too much. There was too much water, too hot, or too rich in minerals, or whatever. It could really happen. And yeah, if anyone hears anything about that, please let me know. I would be really interested. I wrote to what was it, 2 or 3 these kind of thermal bath uh, places if they have noticed any fluctuations in the water or whatsoever, but no answer, nothing. But anyway, I just wanted to share with you this about Mount St. Helens, which is according to Wikipedia a cryptodome, and we have a cryptodome also here somewhere. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe I try another color. Can we zoom in? First, we maybe have to zoom in. The cryptodome I'm talking about is somewhere here. In the middle of Germany, Ramstein Air Base. The question is there more than just this one cryptodome mountain in Germany? Switzerland, Austria, France, Italy, Czech Republic, America, wherever. How many of those cryptodomes we have? How many of those we know of? Yeah, interesting stuff, at least for me. Hopefully, you got something out of it. It's the whole thing is really under construction. Like, I'm writing about this, and yeah, it's interesting. So I'll leave you here. You can check out the whole video from Geology Hub, and yeah, thanks for listening. Bye.